Welcome to Raising Giants, Peacock Bass Temensis project. In today's episode, I'll share when I first got these Temensis, the size they started at, the pond setup and filtration that keeps them thriving, and my future plans for this project. Let's dive in.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Cyclic Guru here with a brand new series for y'all. And today is episode 1 of Raising Giants Peacock Bass Temensis project. With the hopes at the end of this project, we will actually be breeding Peacock Bass Temensis. So, fingers crossed. So, real quick, just a little backtrack. April 30th, 2025, I got in a group of Peacock Bass Temensis from Wes, which is Fuju Puff on Instagram. So shout out to Wes for sending me some amazing fish. But we got them in and they were about 2 inches. So fast forward till now, these fish are well over 8 inches and they're packing on some size quick. And right now their diet is fully consist of Hikari products. Now, not all of these are for them, but those are for other fish. But anyhow, pure Hikari pellets for the Peacock Bass Temensis. We got them in a 300-gallon pond. But I know some of you are going to be like, you can't grow them out and breed them in a 300-gallon pond. Well, that is false, and I'm going to prove it to you through this whole journey. But today, we're just going to be breaking down, showing you the tank, showing you the filtration, showing you the fish. And so let's go ahead and get into that right now. Let me go ahead and show you the filtration and the setup that they're in. All right, gonna show you the outside of the pond, and then I'll take off the lids, and then I'll show you everything on the inside. But anyhow, we got a Rubbermaid 300-gallon stock tank for the Temensis. I'm not sure on the dimensions, so you would have to look that up. I forget, to be honest with you. We just got some plastic panels from Home Depot for the lids, and then we just got an Aquaneat light, which is, I want to upgrade the lighting. But what I gotta do is I gotta make some type of frame where I can hang the lighting or somehow hang it from the ceiling and then have it hanging above the pond. So I gotta figure that out. But I do want some new lighting because this one just isn't cutting it. And we got live plants in here too. We got a bunch of jungle val and stuff like that. So I definitely want to keep growing those in here. But anyhow, we'll be upgrading the lid as well. We got to do that better because once they get bigger and they start jumping, this will easily pop off. So that's something we got to work on. Definitely new lighting. And I'm going to be hooking up a spray bar for one of the FX6s. So we got an FX6 right here. And when I say one of the FX6s, it is because I'm running 2 FX6s on here. Now, later on, when I do want to breed them and stuff later down the line, you know, that's going to be another year, 2 years before we got to worry about it. These are just hooked up for now, just to help with keep the good bacteria going, to help keep this pond clean, these fish healthy, keep them active with all the water flow and everything else in here. So later on, we'll discuss what's going to happen with these. But for now, we got the powerhouses of the Fluval FX6. They're doing an amazing job on keeping this pond clean, plenty of current. And then we have a pond air pump right here, which is by Aqua Miracle. I got this off of Amazon. Had to think for a second. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outputs, and they are connected, or it is connected to, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, obviously, sponge filters on this pond, and they're rated, I believe, 150 gallons per sponge filter. And the sponge filters on the inside of them where the air stone's at, there's actually beneficial bacteria balls that are in there, or I'm sorry, biomedia for the beneficial bacteria to grow on as well. And then we just have 2 500 watt heaters off brand, off of Amazon. Also 2 500 watt heaters on this side, off brand from Amazon, or off brand, I should say. And then we got the Inkbird with the heater set up to it. Oh wow, it was, okay, it shows. So obviously we got them set at 86 degrees. Right now the pond's at 85.6. And then we got that over here, and then come over here. We also have it set to right here. I wonder why that one shows this one. Anyhow, but yep, same thing, 86, 85.6 the temp. But let me go ahead, remove the lids, and let me show you the inside of the pond. All right, so that's gonna sum up episode 1. I know it seems kind of rushed, but I just wanted to give a quick background on what size I got them at, what size they're currently at, their setup, the filtration, and stuff like that. So in the near future, in future episodes, we're going to be discussing the diet, how often I'm feeding them, what I'm feeding them exactly, water changes, what do I add to the water when I am doing water changes, how much percentage am I doing, how often I'm doing them. We're going to be covering everything. So this series is going to be dedicated strictly to keeping Peacock Bass Temensis with the end goal of breeding them. So we're going to be discussing on how to tell male from female, how we're going to separate them, how we're going to prep them for breedings. We're going to be covering a large variety of topics around Peacock Bass Temensis because these are the world's largest cichlid. They're a powerhouse, and they're also one of the most beautifulest peacock bass in my opinion. It's just sometimes you got to keep them for 2 years, if not a little bit longer, before they really start showing their true color. So not too many people can house them that long or anything like that. But I'm going to break a lot of myths, obviously, with my 300-gallon setup, because not only are we going to grow them out in the 300-gallon, but we're also going to grow them to the size where they could breed. So we're going to be knocking a lot of myths out of the water with that. So if you can, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you share this video to all your monster fish keeper friends out there, because this is going to be fun. We'll be doing giveaways on here, and you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at Cichlid Guru. So see y'all in episode 2. Every Sunday is a new episode. But anyhow, I'll see you on episode 2 next weekend, and I believe it's the 9th. No, the 10th, somewhere around there. But I'll see y'all next Sunday. Have a good one.